Salute to Chic Luch, Styles P. Word Out is classic. Rest in peace, DJ Out. D.J.S though, let's talk about something real quick. Is he a superstar? We talking about Goodz the Animal. This was brought up in the spaces, and I listened to it when they re-uploaded it back on YouTube, and I listened to this whole thing. Shout out to New Jersey Twork. New Jersey Twork went out and said that he has Yunus. Shout out to Yunus. Yunus is dope. That Yunus is a superstar, but Goodz is not. He said a few other people were superstars, and Goodz did not make the criteria of what a superstar is. Right? At least to him, in his opinion. Now watch Goodz' response. Didn't really elaborate a whole lot. Didn't really go too deep into anything. But salute to Goodz. Twork has his own opinion, as Goodz said. And I'm not totally mad at it, but I do think he's out of his fucking mind. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's take it back real fast. We're talking about Goodz the Animal. Is he a superstar? To my memory, let me go back even to the DVD era first. I'll go back there first. I remember Goodz versus K-Shine, Goodz versus Head Ice, Goodz versus Tech 9, and Rich Dollars. I remember buying those DVDs, and they used to say who was on it in the back. I used to buy it, a lot of it, because Goodz was on it. So this is me coming from a fan's perspective as well. I think Goodz' star power was surfacing at that time frame, much less now. I think he's been a superstar. The Goodz that we were seeing at that time frame had an aura already. And he was starting to, he was making a name at the time. DVDs were super duper hot. Lions Den, all that is popping at the time. So obviously at that time, Goodz is already making a name for himself, right? In the street and all that. Now we're talking about, as he said, in battle rap. Now if we're all buying these DVDs for battle rap, and they're all over the world, I think his star power is already starting to shine at an earlier time, much less now. I look at it and say, all right, let's go to early URL. The very first gnome, if I remember correctly, the very first gnome, if I remember the card correctly, DNA versus Young Ill, Rich Dollars versus Tech 9, O-Red versus Tay-Rap. What else am I missing? Sue Surf versus X Factor, and Miles versus Shotgun Shook. The main event headline battle, if I remember correctly, was Goodz versus Hollow. Now I'm pretty sure in those criteria, a headliner, a draw, and all that has to be a part of it. It is to me, and Goodz has done that. He's main evented, he's headlined, out the gate. Again, I reiterate, I think his superstar power was there early, much less now. By the time we got to where we are now, Goodz is a bona fide superstar, I feel like. Literally. He's headlining early. You know who he is from the DVD era. Side note, he's in the best battle rap cipher of all time, and I'm standing on that. Head Ice, Goodz, Arsenal, and Loaded Lux is the best battle rap cipher of all time in my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion though. Somebody else might have it another way, and I wouldn't be mad at it. I don't know which one you'll be referring to though. But it'd probably be one of those ones off the URL channel, which I wouldn't be mad at. Because a couple of those are actually fire. But I'm going with that one. Goodz has been a superstar. Every time he comes out, it's a big deal. That was a saying back then. Years ago. When Goodz comes out, it has to be for a big battle. Goodz is a draw. He gets paid super well. Well, according to how we hear it from then to now. We assume that he's being paid very, very well. So he has to not just battles with Cassidy, J Mills and all them, the Head Isis and all them, Tay-Rock Classic. On top of that, so you got the Impact, you got the main eventing, headlining, you got all of that, right? Now on top of that, shout out to Rich Dollars. You guys go back and watch Rich Dollars versus Goodz. Look at the speed in which his flow and his tempo with his words and how he's rapping it. Super fast, super up tempo. Super fast, and him and Shine, they were both kind of there. Shine a little bit more, but Richie was rapping fast. He was like that. By the time he got to the Young Ill battle, I don't know if y'all noticed, he slowed down all the way. You not about to tell me that's not because of Goodz. The minute you battle Goodz, you switch. Fast flow is cut out. Now you slowing it down. And you trying to be funny. Like Goodz. I think Goodz has been influential at an early stage too. Much less to say, you know what? Let's look at who was it that recently? Oh, Gage. Let's look at the Gage battle. Look at Gage. Even if you don't think that he has a part to do, Goodz has a part to do in how Gage is with the cup and all that. When you see it, the first thing you're gonna say is Goodz. The first thing that's gonna come to your mind is Goodz. Because that's what you're accustomed to seeing him do early. Goodz is not just a headliner and all that, he's influential too. Because dudes were spitting mad fast, pause, until they battled him. After Richie saw Goodz, his whole flow changed up. In my opinion, that's because of Goodz. Is Goodz a superstar? I think he's been a superstar. I think he's been a superstar. Since the DVD era and come up, he's been a superstar. How you gonna build a company and you start the company out and your first big one that you do, he's the headliner. He's clearly the superstar. He's clearly the superstar. Every time he pops out, it's a big battle. He's influential. He's probably inspired a whole bunch of people to get money a certain type of way too. Goodz has been a superstar within battle rap, since we want to keep it that way. Within the sport of battle rap, I think he is a superstar. Still. Not just is, he's still a superstar. Whether he's booked all the time or not. You see when he comes out, you see what it is. Last two battles is Easy the Block Captain and Calico. The hottest nigga, which that's what y'all gotta remember. When the hottest ones comes out, Goodz or a Surf, big names like that take those names. Those are the guys who take those names. The Goodz, the Sue Surfs of the culture. They take those names when they come out. The Rum Nitties, the Geechee Gottis. It's those guys who take them. If it ain't Surf, it was Goodz. T-Top was hot. Who we have to see? Who we have to see? Goodz. So on top of that, I do think people look forward to seeing Goodz. I do think people ask for Goodz. Kid Slade said his favorite battle was Goodz. Obviously, his end game probably is Goodz. Easy said he wanted to battle Goodz. What y'all talking about? Not only is he a legend, Twork, but yes, he is a legend, but he is a superstar. That's what got him to legend status early, because he ain't got as much battles as all y'all. And I seen what he put up to with the views. Damn! Damn! I didn't even see that coming, to be honest with you. I didn't see that coming, to be honest with you. He averages well over 1 million a battle. But he's not a superstar? I'm done. Y'all tripping. Shout out to Goodz the Animal. Yes, he's definitely a superstar. He's inspiring. He's influential. He's been main eventing, headlining. His presence in the culture has always been there. His rapping ability, everything has been there. Whether it's on ciphers, whatever, it's always been there. He's definitely, he walks, talks, moves around like a superstar. He lives life like a superstar. You kind of looks like, you feel me? Like, shout out to Goodz. I'm inspired by Goodz, and I'm older than Goodz. I'm inspired by Goodz, and I'm older than that nigga. He inspires me to get money. He inspires me to get different streams of income. And I'm older than him. Like, I got a house and all that, and I'm still inspired by him. Shout out to you, bro. And I'm trying to get those, what do you call the oil slicks or whatever? Dope. Those are my stylish. You should see the Air Max I got on right now. Burgundy Air Max. You don't even know where the fuck to find those. You feel me? I keep my shit fly too, as you can see. But that's my opinion, man. D.J.S, you already know, man. Goodz is definitely a superstar, in my opinion. Anybody who don't think so, I guess you have your opinion. I think you bugging. But Goodz is definitely a superstar, in my opinion. My bad for the sun. It's mad sunny over here. That's how it is sometimes. But that's just my opinion. Hit the like, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. DJ already, man. 1.